What's up, guys? I'm Shane, and welcome back to Balam for Episode 3 of Animal Crossing New Horizons. It's 5:45, but there's a lot to do today. Tom tells us during the broadcast that the museum is under construction and will be open tomorrow, but we do have the shop opening today. While telling us all about all of the features of the shop that we won't use, he gets a phone call from someone trying to book a tour. His plan must be working pretty well if people are calling at 5:48 a.m. to move to an island with 7 people. 9 if you count Dodo Airlines as residents. Also at 5:48 a.m., Sheldon introduces me to reactions. Let's see if I ever remember to use them. Oh, and I got a table mirror from a balloon last night, so I can finally fix my eye color. And Gulliver gave me Stonehenge, which is pretty cool. After a quick sweep of the island for my fossils and hitting all the rocks, I found my DIY bottle, which is for a traditional straw coat. Gross. Okay, let's head into the tent and see what Tom needs from us now. Oh, I guess he needs his 198,000 bells first. I'll think about it. But this baggy shirt was in the recycling box, and for some reason I'm feeling it. God, the bachelor lifestyle has changed me already, and I'm not even single. Then he gets another call and tells us he needs to build 3 fully furnished homes for our new villagers. And by he, I of course mean me. 50 pieces of fencing does not cover this labor, Thomas. You could at least knock some money off our loan. First, he thinks we should build a bridge. And since I put the Nooklings on the other side of the river, he's not wrong. Also, Agnes, why are you awake? I've seen you stay up until like 3 a.m. before. Did my awful sleep schedule rub off on you? Now, Tom gives us the plots, and even though I have to move these lilies, I really like putting someone right here. I swear, I spend more time moving flowers than anything else. Second plot, and I think the space between Agnes and Prof Oak works well. Once again, I left the tree in the way. Setting up this plot reminds Tom to give us the DIY for the ladder. Good thing I wasn't trying to put anyone on the second level yet, or I'd be pretty annoyed. Honestly, I didn't have much of a plan for the third plot, but it seems to nestle pretty nicely into this spot by the mouth of the river. So I guess this left side is an accidental neighborhood. Now it's time to build all the furniture these houses need. I thought I found a clever way to know what I need without checking the mailboxes, but you need a grand total of 18 pieces of furniture for the 3 plots, but I only got 16 new DIYs, so I guess the joke's on me. I did save 20 cherries specifically for this. Yes, I've messed that up before. And grab my flowers for the wreath. Now my only problem is having enough room in my pockets for all this stuff. I mean, it only takes a few minutes, so I guess it doesn't matter. And now Tom is ecstatic at all the work he didn't have to do. He explains the whole process, and I will put the name on the plots and say it in the morning broadcast, and I still don't understand the order. Plot number 1 says Hopkins, who was the second villager I found. On Black Rock, my plot 1 was Egbert. He was the first one to move in, but he was the 3rd villager I found on an island. But on my original island, I swear Bettina was my first one to move in, and she's a normal type. I didn't know the people you saw on tours before you could actually recruit to come back to the island. Who knows who I ignored? I have done an island where I have gone through and picked my 3, but if the first island had a Peppy type, I would only see Peppy villagers until I invited one back. But even that order isn't consistent. I don't know what's happening. Or my point, really. Oh, by the way, their fence is available immediately from the Nook stop, so I have that option. But now that I have all of that out of the way, it's time to... It's still only 6:42 a.m. I'm going to bed now. After a solid 4 hours of sleep, like I said earlier, it's rough, I finally get into the shop and... Okay, guys. As someone with 16 years of retail experience, you need to stop the conversation with your friend when a customer walks in, especially considering she didn't even look at that beautiful macrame tapestry that I can't wait to hang in my house. Bye, Mabel. I'll hopefully see you tomorrow. The Nooklings give me the rundown about all the new features, including turnips, and oh, it's Saturday. Turnip Day is tomorrow. I better leave myself some extra bells for that. I'm trying to have as close to a complete catalog as possible because I'm collecting critter models and photos. Clearly I care about that. So every day I'm going to buy out everything. Even the umbrellas. I'm actually mostly excited for the flower seeds. They've got red and white cosmos, so I can at least start working on pink. I left the shop, and as I'm heading back across the river, there's a great purple emperor butterfly and a Queen Alexandra's birdwing, so clearly all the good butterflies are just hiding over here. Oh, look, another Alexandra. I had to double back and check, but my hot item of the day is a birdhouse, which doesn't sell for enough to justify me wasting all of my softwood. I know the math of the game, an item is worth double the value of the resources used to craft it, and the hot item doubled that. So it doesn't matter if I use my softwood on this or something with a higher sell price. I don't know, it just seems way too tedious, and I'll find another way to make money. And since I'm reminded that it's Saturday, I'm getting an HHA rating tonight, and this might not cut it. Also, hey Tom, let's have a ceremony. You know how in the Marvel logo at the beginning of Endgame they left blank spaces where the Snapped Avengers used to be? This kind of feels like that. Oh, and back on day one, I shot a present down that landed on this cliffside because anyone who watches my NCAA videos knows that's how I roll. Well, now I have the ladder, so I can finally get it. And it's a soft serve lamp in purple. Actually, the official color is purple sweet potato. You know what? I'd try it. After getting a few more hours of sleep, I did some critter hunting. I caught an arapaima and an arowana, both in this bend in the river. More importantly, I finally caught a golden stag, so I feel redeemed for scaring two of them away. With everything else I caught, I finally have enough to pay off this second loan. Tomorrow, I'm gonna owe him $348K, but he might not be getting that yet. I think I'll end up spending all my money on turnips. But hey, I've paid all the other loans in a single day so far, so I think he'll survive a few days without those bells. Then again, he couldn't afford to build a shop for his own company, so let's do some island hopping. I mean, I only used 3 tickets yesterday when I planned on using a full stack, so I figured I could afford to use a few more tonight. I'm hoping for something like Fin Island or Scorpion Island, even Money Rock Island, just something to get me some cash. I also wouldn't mind Bamboo Island, since I would like to start planting some sprouts on my cliffs. I even remember to bring 10 cherries with me every time I do an island tour, just to dig up some fully grown bamboo if it happens. First island, it's just one of the basic islands, but it does have a pond, so maybe I could try and farm a few of those fish? No. Unlike yesterday, I am going through properly and getting all of the wood, weeds, and I even started plucking the flowers just so I can have a full stack of each of those stored away. You know, just in case I want a wreath or a crown or something like that later on. And today, I learned that the Mystery Islands have dynamic weather. I thought it was just like rain or no rain, and it would just stay that way for 24 hours. But once it hit 8 o'clock, it started raining. Wonder if that makes Bamboo Island a good place to spawn scorpions, like in the old days. Well, I keep seeing the earth-boring dung beetles everywhere, so I'm guessing no. I got excited seeing this big shadow hoping for a coelacanth, but nope, it's a flounder. I'm great at knowing the fish sizes in a river mouth, but anywhere else, and I'm clueless. Luckily, this one has a fin, so I don't have to guess, and it's another great white. There's other sharks game. On my way out, I caught a barred knife jaw off the dock. Kind of forgot this one existed. Unfortunately, my next 3 tickets were more of the same. 2 basic river islands and Fidget Spinner Island. I even started dozing off in my chair, but I decided to go for a 5th ticket. And I am so glad I did. Now, when I first got here, I thought it was just a variant of the basic river island, but I'd never seen this layout before. Then I noticed all the fish spawns, and there were no small ones, and I realized that I'm on Bass Island. Or Big Fish Island to some people, but all that matters is that the only fish spawns here are size 4 and above. And considering it's nighttime, it's the summer, and it's raining, there are plenty of chances for arapaima, arowana, and even a coelacanth. So, I perked right up at that. I spent about an hour here, and while I was excited at how many red snappers I was fishing up, I realized after like 20 minutes that they were actually some of the more inexpensive fish on the island. 3,000 bells, and the only things cheaper are the 2 bass and the olive flounder. Also, occasionally a couple of them spawn right next to each other, so you're going to lose an occasional fish, but that's like the most first island problem around. Kind of wish I found this during the day so I could find some Dorados, but this island wasn't even a consideration when I was doing my schedule. But not only did I get lucky and find a coelacanth, I found 2. I also caught a saddle Bashir and a giant trevally, which I need for the museum. And a second mahi-mahi. Overall, I also came away with 15 arowana and 4 arapaima selling for 10,000 bells each, plus a couple snapping turtles and a few expensive beetles. I maybe could have gone for a few more 10K fish, but I still needed to write the script for yesterday's video, record it, and edit it, and finish the BlackRock episode, so I guess I'll be okay with the fish only selling for 5,000. Unfortunately, because I was pressed for time, I had to sacrifice messing around with my house too much. I mean, hopefully this setup is enough to clear the 10,000 for the pennant, but I wanted to build like some custom furniture and, you know, the other DIYs, but well, this should be good enough. But with that said, let's wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please be sure to hit like down below. If you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe. Hit that notification bell to get it delivered directly to your inbox every single time I upload. Any thoughts, suggestions, whatever you may have, leave all that down in the comment section below. Everything you leave down there, I will always respond to, unless you are the trolliest of trolls. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Shane. I'm out.